Hello, 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 Facebook Live. This is Vanessa Canteberry. And I was coming to you today, as I stated, I will come back to be able to give you some more information. As time goes on, as I start my journey for the evening, because I'm always working. So many of you who know me and don't know me, my name is Vanessa Canteberry. I am the founder of Inspired by Vanessa, where I help people to be able to walk into their purpose, but also embrace their purpose. And those that's looking to be able to make that transition from the W-2 mindset over to becoming a full-time entrepreneur. And so today I want to be able to talk about something that I've been coaching about all morning. And it's about that mindset. I'm hoping you could be able to hear me because it looks like I keep getting these notifications. So I do apologize. So hello, Ebony. How are you, honey? I'm huge on that mindset. Our mindset is so poison. It's so toxic. It's so dysfunctional. And all it's causing us to do is to continue to leave us broken. When I say broken, I mean broken to the point where we don't even use our own minds. We allow other people to be able to use our minds for us, and that is a problem. I am great. I cannot complain. It's good to see you here. And so we have to be able to truly understand that if we do not get our minds in order to be able to think for themselves, to be able to be open to expand and to get the knowledge and the wisdom that we need, then you continue to follow suit just like everybody else. And when I say follow suit, that means you're allowing yourself to remain average. If you no longer want to be average, then you always need to be open to be able to expand. Be that sponge, soak it in. Sometimes we have to take it back to when we were kids. You know, when we're like I have grandkids now. So when I'm sitting down, I'm talking to them and telling them things, they just soaking it all up. We as adults need to be soaking it up as well. We have the most craziest things that's happening in our world today. And we constantly continue to complain. We constantly continue to just don't do anything. And we constantly continue to what? Stay broken. So how much longer are you going to give yourself to stay that way? That's not the life that you're supposed to be living. And I wanted to be able to give you some tips to be able to help you a little bit along the way. So when you think about it, the structure of the things that you need to do in life, you want to be able to always grow. You want to be able to go to that next level. You will be willing to do that work. You've been willing to be able to make that sacrifice, but you have to be willing to do it. Are you doing it for you, or are you doing it for the next generation? You have to think about it. You want to be able to always think ahead for your future. You always want to be able to stay in the open mindset as far as researching, asking questions. Because I had a conversation with someone today, and you will be surprised, just absolutely surprised, at how many people have degrees, but they make it minimum wage. I'm going to say this again. How many people have degrees, but they're making minimum wage? You go to school to get all these degrees, but then you turn around, you still broke. That's a problem. If you continue to go to school because somebody else told you to go to school, or are you going to school because you like to be in school? Me personally, I'm not the type of person to be in a classroom setting like that. So I know that's for me. But at the same time, I'm always invested in myself so I could be able to grow. Hey, Christina, how are you, honey? I always invested in myself so I could continue to grow, not only in life, but in my business as well. It is a huge problem. It's a huge problem. Hey, Kimberly, how are you, honey? And so this is something I need you guys to truly understand. If you feel that someone could benefit from it, share it out, no problem. But this is what I need you guys to understand. If you want to be in that classroom, they are hired to be able to show you how to get a job. Think about it. They are hired to show you how to get a job, but they are not hiring you to be able to show you what to do outside of that job. Because they want to keep you boxed in like that classroom. You go into the classroom, you sit behind a desk, they close the door. So all that knowledge is right there. It's up to you to be able to get the knowledge and the wisdom and the education you need outside that classroom as well. It should not stop because you got that degree. Because now more people are getting degrees, but they still are not making their money. They're not making the money that they felt they would be able to deserve, right? They felt that they would be able to make enough money so they could be able to pay off that debt, but that's not happening. Now they want you to go back to school. And the lady who I was talking to is one of my really, really good friends. Go back to school to, if you have a nursing degree, but they want you to go back to get more to just be able to get a dollar raise. Work with me here. What's wrong with that problem? What's wrong with that? That's a problem. And so we have to be able to be open to be able to know that there is a better way, right? So many people, was talking to somebody who been working this job for years, not months, just years. Why is that person contracted? Because the company is in control. How much longer are you going to continue to take the risk on a job and not take a risk on yourself? Our minds are so poisoned, and it's unfortunate. But we have to be able to take the initiative to be able to change that. We invest more in going outside and being consumers and doing everything else, but we don't invest in books. That's a problem. A huge problem. What are we going to do about it? So it took for me to go through various things in my life after my layoff to be able to truly understand, where did I go wrong? Me as the individual, the person who's speaking to you. Where did I go wrong? How can I do the work to be able to fix it? So I no longer have to run back to corporate America and beg them to be able to hire me so I could be that rat begging for cheese so I could be able to feed my family. Right? People are on picket lines because they don't want to be able to they want to make $15 at McDonald's. But they said, okay, be careful what you ask for. Now they're replacing humans with what? Machines. And now there's something else for people to complain about. I had somebody who reached out to me to be able to change their situation for the new year, but then turns around and said, you know, I got hired. I don't need to do it now. I don't need to do anything for me because I got a job. Hold on. You have a job. You have to think more. Just because you have that job, always have something extra outside of that job. Don't stay yourself boxed into that job because, one, that job is invested in you, right? So, I mean, if they invested in you, you are only there for a temporary season. We don't never know how long that's going to last, but at the same time, you want to protect yourself just in case something does happen. Right? Because you can love your job. I would never tell nobody just to quit your job. No, make sure you are covered. Okay. Number two, if a transaction may happen. So say if they sold that company, you are at a risk of what? Losing your job, that department closing out. Make sense? Three, what if the company has not made the profit? That's a plus. That's in the green. If they didn't make the profit that they suspected for the whole entire year, they're going to find any way to cut costs so they can make up their loss. So if that means they got to cut some employees, they don't care about if it's holiday season. They're going to have to make those cuts so they can make sure that they even out. They got to break even. We need to start thinking like a business. I just seen something else. Steve Harvey has a huge following. He has done amazing things. He has come from living in his car, come from being homeless, come from being divorced, come from hardship, come from all types of stuff, crazy stuff that he has done. But at the same time, he's turned his life around. I just seen a picture of his new grandson that he turns around and it was a custom made onesie, you know, baby onesies, a onesie. Took a picture of him on that Wednesday, and he turned around and said I think it was like for 24 hours, it will only be $20. How many people done clicked on that sucker to be able to purchase that? You telling me you can't put your business hat on? You can't have a product, you can't have a service or something that somebody could probably benefit off of, and now you could be able to help them? Come on now. Steve Harvey got 7 jobs. That's multiple streams of income. Why? Because he don't want to go back to being homeless again. He don't want to go back to them old ways. Makes sense? So why are you not having multiple streams of income? You don't have to be a celebrity and get permission from somebody else, because the same God that blessed him is going to be the same God that blessed you. So again, I ask you, how much longer are you going to continue to leave your mindset on poison mode only, where you have other people thinking for you before you make a decision? When are you going to stop putting all types of toxic stuff into your mind, and now this is all the way you think? If you only sit back and read garbage and you only taking in garbage and you're only around garbage, then what happens? That's what you're doing to your mind. It's poisoned with garbage. You have to really, really take the moment to be able to say, you know what? I no longer want to take this foolishness into the new year with me. I don't. What am I willing to eliminate so I don't have to do this anymore? What can I invest into myself so I can be able to grow more? You have to be able to be a person to think ahead for your future, not now. Your future. That means you have to start now in order for you to be able to have the future. Make the short term now so you can have long-term gain later. If you think about it, Steve Jobs, somebody told him no. Was it Zuckerberg or Facebook told him no? But what happened with him? So you telling me it doesn't have nothing to do with race. It has to do common sense. Common sense needs to be common again. But in order for it to be common again, you got to be willing to use your common sense. You have to be willing to be able to take the leap of faith and invest in yourself. You need to be open enough to be able to want to grow so you could be able to have more later on. So make it your business to do what you need to do so you can make those adjustments in your life to start thinking on a higher level. No longer stay in that box of average. No longer stay in that place of brokenness. No longer stay in that thing called complacency. No longer stay there. So if you're willing to grow, then you have to do the work in order for you to grow. So I'm hoping this will be able to help you with mindset. Tomorrow I'll probably come back with something else. You never know with me. But I want you guys to be able to understand that it's so possible. If I did not change my mindset to understand that I have to do something totally different than what we were taught to do, I would not be here doing amazing things that I'm doing now and helping other people around the world to do the things they would love to do. But you have to be willing to truly do something. Do something. I don't care what the heck it is, but do something. So you could be able to have a better life. So you could be able to show your children a better way. Now my children look at working a job totally different because they seen their mom get up every day. They seen their mom lose sleep. They seen their mama stressed out. They seen it all, stuck in traffic. They seen it all. And to turn around, and she had to rebuild herself. So here I am. I rebuild myself to be able to do multiple things. I just got off an amazing conference call for something else that I have coming up in the new year. I'm just like blown by what God is doing in my life. But again, if I did not open up my mindset to be able to say, you know what, I'm open to learn. I may not know it, but I'm open to learn because it does make sense. Then I'm able to be here with you today, to be able to encourage you and pour into you to let you know that it's possible. But you got to want it bad enough. Somebody, I just did a training with one of my business partners, and he's going through so many things. And I broke it down to him, and I said, you know, that's how the devil know. He got to find a way to stop you from blocking you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's what the devil do. The devil don't want you to be successful. So the devil going to bang on your door. And so if it's up to you if you're going to make that decision, if you're going to give in to what the devil says, or you're going to go ahead and continue to work your business so you could be able to have a successful business long after the devil stop knocking. Because even when you're done with that next level, you're going to go to another level. The devil going to knock some more. But at least you need to get your mindset in order so you can know that I know what I'm up against. I hope this is making sense. Do not continue to stay in that box. Don't do that to yourself. Don't torture yourself. And better yet, you want to make sure that you're showing your children something different, because this is something that I never would expect. But now I'm in a position where now I could be able to do so much more with my family that I was never able to do when I was working at job. Job security is not secure. It's there to be able to hold as a placeholder so you can be able to have your protection plan just in case. Just in case. Okay. So if you want to connect with me, feel free to connect with me. I love helping so many people to be able to do something more out of their life, with their life. And if that's you, connect with me. I don't bite. Plenty of people do connect with me, and I love it because I love helping people. I love seeing people go to that next level. I put my information, schedule a time to be able to connect with me. And now I'm helping more people to be able to make 6 figures in a year versus never seeing 6 figures. Yes, I said that. So connect with me. I want to be able to show you how it's possible to be able to grow your business, start your business, and to make sure you have a successful business. So stop sleeping and wake up and start using your mind for the betterment of your future. So be blessed, guys. I'll talk to you later.